Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 24 of the Rush That Base series. This is that series where we took a max Town Hall 7 and we upgraded all the way to Town Hall 12, basically the complete opposite of what you would normally do in a regular base. So we're going the opposite on this series. The other series is the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series. This is the Rush Base series where we are purposely rushing a base for the sake of those higher level troops and the siege machines. Now, in the last episode, I had mentioned that I got the sneaky goblins. I know that was probably a horrible idea. Now my clanmates just won't stop requesting them. It's just how it works out. So I know a lot of you guys back in update time period were saying like, oh my gosh, 50,000 dark elixir. There's no way I'm spending that. Well, I have one simple formula for you mathematicians out there, guys. One training potion plus sneaky goblin results into a massive amount of loot. So this is literally how I've been doing my walls on both the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series and this series right here. If you're going to notice that we have level 9 walls almost throughout the base now. So it's been really good that everything is in reduced price, but the amount of loot that's sitting up at the top of the screen is a result of multiple training potions, multiple hours behind the game, and if you ask my clanmates, that's all they do is sit there and watch me raid. That's why I had to sneak off over here to Paradox Enigma so I could have a little bit of quiet time for a little while. So we have been going non-stop, and I get these comments all the time, like, how are you doing your walls so fast? Play the game. Like, literally, just go in your room for like an hour and play the game. We're all quarantined right now anyway, so you can definitely max out your walls. So we're going to go ahead and spend off all this loot and go back out and do some more farming. I'm going to dump it all into my walls because I only have the one builder right now, and we won't have another builder until we finish up the clan castle. Now remember, this is a rush-based series, so I'm doing the complete opposite of what I would do on a normal base. I would be doing defenses if I was working as a normal base, but instead we're working more on our offense. So hold that thought for a second. Let me spend this loot and we're going to get into a raid. Oh yeah, there we go. Now this is looking pretty solid at 600,000 gold. Now, have you ever seen those bases that are really rushed but they have maxed out level walls? I think that's what we're going to do with this account. I'm not entirely sure just yet, but I think that's kind of the direction that we're going to go just to do it. I've never done it before. All right, so these things are quite simple. They're probably the easiest army that you will ever use in your life in this game. So you really just need to use one. I mean, you only need one on one collector or one mine, and they just take it out, and then the defenses are trying to figure out where the mine disappeared to, but that's kind of where it's at. So I'm just going to drop one around, and then we're going to definitely be targeting the Town Hall. I'm trying to get back up into Crystal League because I kind of dropped a little bit last night. I got a little over carried away with it, and I kept losing raids because I was preserving the life of the army. I was kind of going in with like 40 of them and then bailing on the raid and then just basically being your typical farmer, going after the loot and not the win. All right, so let's go ahead and just drop one all the way around and get through this raid real fast. Obviously, this is not a 3-star strategy. This is a loot farming army, and I need to spend off all that dark elixir, or at least some of that dark elixir, before we end this raid. Oh yeah, and we are also working on the giants. So I got super giants from my main account. We need to go ahead and finish that. We need to go ahead and finish that achievement or that event. So we need to get that one done. That way next week when I unlock the super barbs or the super wall breakers, I can use that. So let's go ahead and send some sneaky gobs in there to take down the town hall after they destroy that clan castle. I'm not going to use all of my army. I'm going to, kind of hold on to most of this. I don't want to use it all. I'm going to try to get the win. Got the win right there, and then we're going to let them run. Not going to use any spells here because I want to save as much elixir as possible. This is really technically farming. You don't necessarily need spells in order to farm. You really truly don't, and you don't really need clan castle troops. Only in this case because we need to go ahead and finish up that achievement. So we got all the loot, all the golden elixir, 600,000, very nicely pulled. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. They're just so easy. Only 41 of those super gobs used and 3 of the super giants, and there goes the achievement. We just finished that one for 25 more free gems, 400 XP, and we're done with the super giants. We don't have to use those anymore. Man, these things are just insane. So I mean, really, just go back and train what you used and then go back out and do it again. It's just really it's the nature of the beast. It's the easiest thing you will ever do. So I'm continuously seeing questions in my clan asking if rushing a base is easy. It is not easy. Now, if you enjoy the grind of this game, it's definitely worth giving it a try. I'm not going to say it's necessarily the recommended method because we're going the opposite direction. We're not doing our defenses just yet. That does not mean that that we're actually losing a lot. We're not getting tripled as much as I thought we were going to get. I'll show you the defensive log here in a moment, but the base has been doing quite well, surprisingly. All right, so I need to go ahead and get a king down and a queen and a grand warden just for fun. I don't have a wall wrecker. I don't have anything to pave the way. Now, the one thing about these troops is that they will target everything that is a resource holder before they ever target the town hall. I mean, obviously, if the town hall is easily accessible, they'll go after it, but with it being centralized like it is right here, they're going to target everything around the outsides of the base, and we got 76 of those. We used only one around the outsides of the base, which works out pretty good, but we have to worry about wizard towers and stuff like that. That is something that you have to be concerned about, as well as the bomb tower, but that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, they are no different than regular goblins, just a whole lot more beefed up. They look like they've been doing a bunch of supersets or something. Wow. But they're just so incredibly insane with the strength. They cut through walls, they're able to get to the resource collectors, steal everything really fast, and it's just a no-brainer whether they're worth it or not. I mean, I know a lot of players are just kind of, you know, trying to figure out, like, 50,000 seems like a lot, and if you don't raid a lot, yeah, that's might not be worth it to you. But for somebody like me who raids quite often, this is not that big of a deal. All right, so let's go ahead and use our jump spell, since I just forgot that I had spells. I know that some of you have probably been saying it the entire time, but I totally forgot. I don't normally bring spells. So let's go ahead and drop a free. No, we don't need a free spell. We didn't need it. They're so insane, man. Did they get everything off the base? Yes, they did for the most part. Just a little bit of dark elixir, but we're full on the dark elixir. So, I mean, another major pull in the last 2 raids, and we're already back up to 8 million. So I spent all of my resources earlier, and you'll notice that the walls are finished now. I mean, 225,000 golden elixir. It's kind of a no-brainer. Knock them out. They're just so easy. Gold pass. Gold pass is looking pretty good. We're trying to complete some tasks. We've done a couple of clan wars. We got to switch our army in order to complete the cannons. I think we're going to have to use miners or something to get that done. And then the rest of it's builder's hall. My poor builder's hall. It's this base. It's just not there. All right, so bigger seasoned bank. I will be claiming that, and we're going to open it up for another 5 million worth of resources that we can fill. We're already up to 10 million, guys. We're working really far, really fast towards that 25 mil payout, and I'm all about that. That's going to be a big thing when we get to that. Can't claim the dark elixir, can't claim the builder gold or elixir yet. So yeah, quickly before we go out onto another raid, I want to show the defensive log like I mentioned in the previous replay, because I mean, look at it, it's surprisingly doing better than I thought it was. So I've always had like this thought process about rush bases that they were like incredibly easy to 3-star, and that's not necessarily always the case. There's a lot of 1-stars. We got that 1 3-star. This guy obviously knew what he was doing, and then you got a lot of 1-stars beyond that. You got another one that knew what he was doing. But you see what I'm saying? Like, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be as a rush player, and that was the same case in the clan war leagues as well. We had a couple of 2-stars on my base, but then we also had like 1 3-star. So it's really one of those things that's a catch-22. You're rush, but you can 3-star, but then you can also be 3-starred, and that's the case with every single town hall level out there. All right, so we do have our next army trained up. Let me see if I can find one live, and that way I don't have to end the clip and then have to start again. We might be able to find a base, we might not. It's been kind of spotty today over here in Gold League. Gold League is hit or miss when it comes to high level amounts of loot. So we got about 500,000 gold right here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one live, and that way we can just go ahead and grab it. Now, I like these things because they can cut through walls. You don't necessarily have to have wall breakers. They do quite well. They do very well, actually. But the wizard towers are the things that you really have to worry about here, and the inferno towers when they are alive. And obviously this one's like very dead, and this base has been dead for quite some time. There's just not as much elixir on the base as I was hoping for. So we've had a lot of players thinking about rushing for the super troops. Has anybody out there rushed for super troops yet? That's what I want to hear. I'm kind of curious to see how many of you guys rushed to a Town Hall 11 for those super troops, because it seemed to be something that a lot of players would want to do because it's only available up here. All right, we got a bulk, man, we got all the gold. We got all the gold. All right, so let's just do this. Let's go ahead and rob this guy of his town hall. Let's go ahead and drop maybe 10, 15, maybe, I don't know, maybe that was about 20, I don't know. Some split off and went the other direction. Some are going to take down this level 2 Giga Tesla, and whammy, there we go. Very nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. Got a little bit of elixir here. We're going to try to walk away from this army without using all of our troops. That's ideal. That's ideal. I don't want to use all of them. Come on, little goot. Come on. Aww. They died. We're gonna have to drop a few more. Let's stop at 40. We're gonna stop at 40 no matter what. Stopping at 40 right here. Get that last 50,000. Very nice. Walking away with a 20% 1-star and all of that loot. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up this video on what might be possibly the best army you will ever use to farm with. I mean, gosh, these things are just so crazy. I think we're gonna actually hit this base though with our heroes and stuff, and we gotta loot. All the loot is like spread around the outsides of the base. It's one of those things that we have to try to use our spells and keep these guys going. Oh, we got, okay, let's just use our empty wall wrecker. Let's go ahead and use it. Let's use an empty wall wrecker to try to get in here, get that queen inside, take down a wizard tower. We're gonna have to just kind of spam in these super gobs, use that queen's ability, and let's go ahead and drop some over here and see how much we can get off of this base. Now, the wall wrecker obviously didn't make it very far. Queen on queen over there, that just didn't work out very well. Let's see here. Let's got some loot over here. Let's drop some gobs here. Come on, little dudes, you can do it. Get over there. Come on, you can do it. I should have saved that heal spell. I need more heal spells. Can we jump into the core and get the town hall at least? Looks like our super gobs are, what are they going to target? What are they targeting? They're targeting the, okay, so they're targeting that clan castle. Let's go ahead and rage them here, and let's go ahead and freeze this location right here. Maybe, come on, we got another, yep, there we go. All right. So, oh man, we got most of the loot off of this base. Didn't even need to use a Grand Warden. I'm telling you, you don't have to use, oh my gosh, these guys are crazy. We used the whole army, not necessarily the ideal thing, but all we missed out on was 91,000 right there. 91,000 elixirs. Still walked away with over 500,000 of each. That's just so phenomenal. So let me go ahead and claim these free gems here. So we got some free gems, like 20 free gems there, and 50 free gems there. And what else do we got? Builder's Hall. I've been kind of trying to tap in on the Builder's Hall. One of the things that sucks about a rush base is that when you have only 5 builders, you could really definitely use that 6th, but my Builder's Hall not looking very pretty over there. I haven't touched this one. It's just, I don't know. I can only do one Builder's Hall. I can't do multiples. It's just entirely too much, way too much for me to take on. But anyways, it could definitely help out quite a bit. We need to go ahead and spend off some of this dark elixir because we have been raiding and really kind of passing up a lot of dark elixir by not spending it. But I only have one builder, and I was dumping everything into my walls. Now, you'll notice that we came away with a little bit more loot when we spent all of what we spent off this morning. So this is an outstanding army to use if you have training potions. As you can see, I have one going right now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here and get back to farming and try to claim a little bit more gold and elixir and get ready for when this clan castle finishes in 4 hours. If you got something out of the video today, guys, make sure you leave a like on the video. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications if you want to see us every single day. If you need any additional video support, click one of those videos over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.